Okay, so we're at the second boss of the raid now. We are going to be taking down Weasel. This is going to be an in-depth guide running you through the strategy that me and my team did. And before we get into it, I'd like to show you the entire run of taking down Weasel so that you get to grips with what we're about to talk about.
Damage on him.
We good. We've been on for a minute.
Let's go. We got it.
Right, front.
Yep.
Ready?
Sound like Biggs is the only one with firepower over there, do you know what I mean?
No, trust me, I got a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
Silver, tunnels.
We got it.
Back.
I'm one sniper.
Ready.
Yep.
Get this eye off.
You said sniper's dead.
No, I'm one sniper.
Stay away from each other as well, don't be close to each
I got
other. Make sure you guys are not together.
Alright, it's mid. I'll be up in a second.
Yeah.
Middle.
Whoever's shooting the boss should be behind
Sniper's
him.
dead,
Alright.
sniper's dead.
Ready, set, push.
Yep. I got
Healing, I'm
Bro,
healing.
just stick to the pillar, big
Switch
pillar,
it.
go around the face. You don't touch me, okay.
Never mind. Alright,
Where is
TV
it?
front.
Alright,
Ready.
ready,
Set.
set.
Oh, he's on me.
Air quality acceptable.
Middle.
Alright,
nice.
Ready.
Good shit.
Set.
I can't even see shit. I'm blind.
Push.
Sniper, someone take a sniper out.
Fucking hell, why is he just sticking on me? This
Right,
bastard.
silver,
alright, it's
tunnels.
back. It's
Yeah, he
go
did
poison,
that the
go
last
poison.
round. He wouldn't stay off me,
It's
man.
back.
You get that.
Yeah,
ready,
yeah.
Nice.
set, push.
Different behaviours.
Nice.
Nice, have to do a bit more.
Air quality acceptable.
There's one time where he never went on me.
He's
so
back on me.
linking him up.
Middle.
I mean,
Ready, set, push.
Oh shit.
Air quality acceptable.
Front.
I'm just
Ready,
showing my drone.
set, push.
Alright,
Remember to destroy your skills. I forgot a couple of times.
alright, it's gonna be back.
Damage now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready, set, push.
Yeah, man, that's nice damage. You're doing some nice damage now.
Acceptable.
Yeah,
My
man.
medkit.
Yeah, man, that's more like it,
Back.
bro. That's what you guys
Poison
were
back.
doing before. Bro.
Ready,
Alright.
set, push.
Off my age.
Front. Ready,
Alright.
set, push.
Alright, ripping.
Shred.
Oh shit.
Easy.
Shred him, yeah. Shred.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah,
Right, remember, stay spread out. If you've got the eye, get under that thing and run around.
Alright, but
I got the eye.
Kill ads. Mess up the ads.
What side are we on?
We do damage here.
B.
Spread out.
I can't do damage even with that status.
Yeah, it's because it builds. So it's purple right
I
now.
got
Okay, see you on the
fucking
bottom.
guy chasing me. What the fuck?
How it's building up.
I ain't got that now.
Lovely stuff. It's on me.
watch the sniper.
It's on someone else.
Yeah, I'm shooting sniper. Sniper's dead.
Sniper's dead.
I got eye.
Spread out,
Next hand,
spread
come
out.
over to B.
Nope. No, I
I got eye
I've
now.
got eye.
I've got eye. I've got eye. I'm trying to get underneath.
Oh, you
Shot
got
at
eye.
me,
Fucking
okay.
hell, mate. Just follow me and...
Spread out.
You don't need to get out of here.
Some
Silver,
photos
bedded,
before.
Biggs. You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Focus fire on this asshole now.
Yeah. No one should be inside.
Right, I'm not eye.
Red.
I'm
More
not
ads on A
eye.
side.
Poison.
Sniper up
Get the
top.
sniper. Sniper.
Sniper. Focus on the sniper.
I got eye. I'm going in.
Nice.
Damage
Sniper's
me.
down.
Sniper's down.
Damage.
Damage phase.
That's a heal.
Light that bitch up.
I've got him. Watch out for poison.
I've got eye. I'm running underneath. Everyone get away from me.
Jump in.
I got eye.
I'm not eye. I'm not eye.
sniper again?
Do this first time, man. Alright, I'm back out.
Sniper up top.
Well, okay.
Light him up, light him up.
I'm in him, I'm in him.
Oh, no wonder I'm the
Money's
eye.
Nice,
up
good
there.
kill, good
Lovely,
kill.
lovely.
I got eye. I'm going in. I'm going in.
Spread out, spread out.
Damage phase, damage phase.
Damage, damage. Special ammo if you need to.
I got eye.
Spread out, spread
Man,
out.
I need to get
Sniper's
fucking
back.
ammo.
Sniper's back.
I need ammo.
Still got eye.
One restart. Fucking hell, restart. Fucking distorted, man. I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Wait there. No,
Okay,
you back up.
I'm getting picked up. I'm getting picked up. I'm getting picked
Yeah.
up. I'm getting picked up. I'm getting picked up.
Sniper's still up there.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the
Ah,
fucking
you fucking
Oh shit.
smashed it. I'm behind you.
Got you, got you, got you, got you, got you.
Okay, okay,
Behind me.
okay.
Everyone, there's
Yeah,
too
no,
many
no.
people
Shoot
there.
a sniper, someone shoot a
I'm
sniper.
trying to get the sniper.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm trying to get the sniper.
I'm going for ammo quick. I'm going for ammo.
I got
Spread
eye.
out,
Come on,
spread
come on.
out.
Damage.
Spread out. Damage face, take out the sniper first.
Sniper's dead.
I've got eye.
Sniper's dead, damage
I've
boss.
Coming in.
Kills
watch
on
out,
me.
watch
Ads are coming, ads are coming.
Adds in, adds in.
I've got the eye. Shit, that's fucking killed me. I'm getting back up. I'm getting back up.
Come on. I'm getting back up too.
Yeah,
Yeah, back
get
up,
him. I'm
back
the
up.
eye.
No, my
running,
thing
keep
got
running, go
destroyed.
inside,
My thing got
inside,
Remember,
destroyed.
stay spread
inside,
apart.
inside.
Remember, stay spread, you know.
Silver, I'm gonna try and crawl to you.
No, make your mind
Bill, I'm
up,
coming to get you.
man.
Damage
Bill, I'm
phase
coming to get
coming.
you. Take time and pass.
Hey,
Hey, one guy
Yeah,
for
man, you
you.
guys
One
are
guy
there,
for
what you
you.
there for?
Spread out, spread out. Adds, don't worry about adds.
Damage phase.
Damage face, adds. Snipers up, snipers up.
Yeah, I'm getting sniper. I got sniper, I got sniper.
Sniper's dead. Sniper's dead. Get the.
Boss,
Oh, I'm
shoot the boss,
dead.
shoot the boss. Shoot the boss,
Good
don't
health,
worry, I'll
good
come
health,
get you.
Toxicity at critical levels.
I got the eye, man.
Shit.
Oh, they got me.
Poison's
I got
getting
the
up,
eye.
getting
poison's
up.
getting
Stay
up.
away from me. Stay
I got
away
Bill, I
from
got
me.
Bill.
I ain't got the eye now. Who needs to revive him?
I'm shooting boss. I'm still shooting boss.
Reviving him,
I'm shooting the boss.
reviving him.
I am too.
Spread out, stay
I ain't
spread
stopped
out.
shooting him.
Adds.
Fuck, I'm
Couple
shot.
with adds.
Toxicity at critical levels.
Adds, give me adds.
Alright,
Yeah, adds.
Come on,
Get the
Cracker.
bosses now.
Damage,
Damage
damage,
face,
damage.
take out the
Damage,
adds, take out the adds.
damage.
On the boss, on the
Yeah,
boss,
man.
on the
Melt
boss,
him.
everyone on the
Melt
boss,
him.
everyone on the boss.
Melt him!
Melt
Melt
him.
him!
Nice. NPCs. Focus. Get the ads. Get the ads.
Oh shit.
Yeah, don't get killed. Holy fucking cock. Hey, record
Oh,
that.
sniper.
Record that. Hell yeah.
Yes!
There we go.
Nice. Fucking GG.
Wasted it, man. Fucking yes.
Yes. Oh, I got the sweet dreams. What kind of drop is this?
Oh, you got the sweet
Holy
dreams.
shit.
You got
the sweet dreams.
I wish I got
Yeah.
sweet dreams. Goddamn.
Oh my god, that's a headache.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
That's a fucking headache. And the worst thing too, that's gonna be wiped tomorrow. Or not Thursday.
Good shit.
I got
Another-
I think I got
another green
papers.
piece again.
Let me check.
Okay, I got one of the. I got
Oh
chest
man.
piece.
So for this one, you're going to be split into 2 groups of 4. Facing towards the area of the boss fight, you're going to have left and right. Left being B, right being A. I was on the B side of the boss room. And what you need to do is get your 2 teams of 4. Make sure there's comms. There's going to be 3 different panels on each side of the plane. And you're going to communicate to push them at the same time to change the different phases in the boss room. And bearing in mind with these panels, if you was to say left, it's going to be completely opposite because you're facing each other. So how we got our comms down with the panel part is we would say front being the right hand side for me, middle, then back. If you look to the left hand side of the plane on my side, you'll see the tail. And then if you're on the other side facing me, the right hand side would be the tail. So if you go front, middle, back, and then we did ready, set, push. You have the purple phase where the enemies hardly take any damage, and then over time it builds back up, but when you go into the orange phase, that's when it's damage phase. So in your 2 teams of 4, make sure the person with eye is not near the panels. You will get lit up by the bosses. If you have the eye, you can use the little columns around the roofed areas. Run around them, make sure the other 2 players that aren't on panels and don't have the eye, make sure they are dealing damage to the boss. And with these, you kind of have to take them down at the same time-ish, because if you don't, as soon as the plane splits in the middle, which we'll get to in a second, it's going to be a lot harder to deal with because you're going to have 2 bosses instead of 1. And the first phase, when the plane splits, is always going to be less damage. Don't panic as soon as it changes from orange back to purple. You can still deal damage for a little bit of time. If you look underneath where your ammo count is, you will see either a red weapon or like a red shield. They will have a number underneath, they go up to 20, so your damage as soon as it goes into purple phase will decrease over time, and then also when you switch to the orange damage phase, it builds back up over time. So you start interacting with the panels, you're going to deal DPS to the boss, making sure everyone on the team stays alive. Each side will have a window like back where you've come from, but either side. A sniper is going to spawn up there, and you need to deal with the sniper. The sniper is going to send out shock drones. They're going to snipe you. It's going to make it harder, so make sure someone deals with those. And then you're taking it in turns to switch phases. You get both bosses down to, let's just say, 3/4 of their health. No armor left, 3/4 of health. Then you call nuke. You're going to absolutely nuke both bosses. Once they're both down, you're going to have Weasel, the main boss, come in. Little bit more tanky. Comes with a load of different NPCs. Makes this room harder because it's the actual boss. The first 2 aren't so tanky, and it doesn't take too long to get through that part. But when Weasel comes down, there's going to be snipers, there's going to be NPCs. There's multiple different strategies you can run, but you need to communicate with the team. We all went over to B side, and we've taken Weasel down twice now. The first time we did it, the one that you've just watched, we had everyone sat, I think we split up into 2 teams of 4, with 1 team of 4 close to the window at the door where you enter the room from, and the other team the other side. And whoever had the eye kept running into the sheltered area, like the little boxed off bit with the columns. Go into there, take all the damage away from the team, like take the focus of the boss away from the team. Switch around, keep each other alive, nuke the boss, and that's it done. You need to make sure your entire team is spread out through this, as Weasel is going to fire grenades, and there's also some tracking type of grenade thing. These attacks have a radius on them, so if anyone is close to you, they'll take damage too, and chances are a few of you will go down at the same time. So stop holding each other's hands and get this boss killed. The other time we completed it, I think we had different players in as well. We all actually sat in the bit with the columns, and whoever had the eye run outside, put themselves more at risk with the NPCs. But it still works as well, depending on your comms, your strategy, whether you're dealing with the snipers or not, because the snipers are really important to this. And all you want to do, because you do the control panels, you take down the first 2 bosses, the plane is going to split so that you can join up as a full team again. And when you do that, you go through the phases, but without touching the control panel. It's going to start purple, which is where you try and deal with some ads here and there, and that's mainly focused on survivability. And then as soon as the gas changes to orange, it's slowly going to build up to the point where you can do max damage. That is when you want to just try and get rid of any NPCs that are a trouble, and also nuke the boss. There's not much behind it, it's not really a difficult boss fight. There's not too many mechanics, it's literally just the panels. Make sure you're on with the timing, otherwise you're going to get confused. And it makes it harder to do the panels. Sometimes the panels glitch out to the point where you can't press them. All you have to do is take down the first 2 bosses. The plane's going to open up. It's the same again without the panels. In terms of the different phases, then you take down the big boss and deal with NPCs. Remember, as always, once you take down the boss, deal with the NPCs before you get too excited, because they can still get you to wipe. You'll have to start the whole area again. Also, just to let you know before we wrap this one up, I've used the exact same LMG build that I used to take down Boomer, so the build hasn't changed at all. If you're interested to see what I was running through this boss fight, then the video is on the channel. It's called the Insane LMG Raid Build. I'll be back very soon with a guide for Buddy and Lucy. I'm still working on my build, working on Razorback. We're all taking a little bit of time off because it's got to the point where people have lost all motivation and energy. They're not wanting to play, they're not really wanting to grind. A few people are still out there grinding for gear, but at the moment it's kind of just like chill, wait for the reset, we can go back, and also for next week we'll have enough raid keys to open the chest to give ourselves a bigger chance of getting the Eagle Bearer. But that's it for the Weasel boss. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. How far are you into the raid? Everything good like that. I will see you very soon with more Division 2 content. Thank you for watching.